Hello everyone, welcome back to our next video based on class 12 computer science project based discussion. So here we are providing certain import statements that you can see. So as the first step, we import the MySQL connector, then tabulate for the formatted printing. We are using different modules here, tabulate, and for getting the password. Whenever we type the password, definitely we don't want to review the content whatever we are typing there. So for that we are using get pass there. That's a predefined module, and like the tabulate here we are using another formatted printing for displaying the table formatted content from pretty table, import pretty table. So that's another module that we are using. So tabulate and pretty table, that we are using the data within a table format, within a the table content that will be provided within a formatted section. So that's the different modules that we are using. These are the different modules that we are using in this project. Then here you can see I'm getting this particular coding that I provided for getting an idea to how use this particular concept within our project. I'm not providing a complicated coding here, and just providing a simple way for doing this particular thing. So you can club this particular coding along with your ideas. So that's the thing. So here we are getting the password from the user by using getPass, this module that we are using, getPass of prompt equal to enter password. So this particular message that we will get when you run it from the command prompt. So if you are running it directly from the, ideally they will provide a warning message like that particular password will be visible. So this particular prompt or this particular coding section that you need to run from the command prompt, then only that properly worked. So that's the first thing that you need to remember. I will show you how this particular concept that will be worked within the command prompt. So as the first step, you need to save this coding within a root directory or within a root folder. So I kept this particular file within the D drive. Here I provided directly db.pwd, that's the file name that I provided there. So the same file that I am going to access from the command prompt by using the command d:, then that's taken to the D drive. Then I am providing dbpw, that's the name, database password section, that's the name that I provided there. For the file I provide the file name dbpwd. So here I am going to run it. So they are asking for the password. I provided the password as 1234 and that's not visible. I entered that and now I entered to the project. Do you want to insert or display value of staff table? I didn't provide a proper messaging system there. You can edit it. So I'm just concentrating within the coding section only. So just provide a proper messaging there. So here I am providing yes. So we got a menu there, 1, 2 and 3. So if you need to display the data, you need to choose option 2. So here you can see the data that's printed within a table format. So like this we can do the process. So here again we are moving to the student section. As the first step we entered to the staff. Now we are moving to the student section and you got the menu like this, and then here we are going to search the data. So we got another menu here. So again I am providing the choice, so that data that's displayed here. So like this we can do the coding based on the project. So we provide the getPass function, and when you are using getPass, definitely just try to run the project from the command prompt. Then only that will be worked with the proper way, So otherwise, if you are directly running from here, you can see a warning message that we got, and whatever we type here, that will be visible for the user. So that's the correct way. That will work here, but you need to work this particular project from the command prompt. That's the correct method for running it. But here we are going to comment the password section for testing this particular coding directly. So I am going to comment this. So you can use this particular coding within your project, and after completing the project, you can run the application from the command prompt. So that's the thing. So for that you need to provide proper indentation. So I just commented it. So after providing the proper password, you need to enter to the project. So just provide the indentation here, and an else block also that you need to provide there for properly handling it. So here after that we are providing Mysql, that's the connection object that we declared here. So this module that we are using, mysql.connector.connect function, that's part of the connector module. So within that we are providing different arguments: host, username, password, database name, character set, and authenticate underscore plugin. That's another attribute that we are using here for setting a proper connection. So these last two arguments, the char set and authentication plugin, that's not a mandatory field. Only if you got an error message like UTF-8 error or a password error that you got, then only you need to put this particular attributes. So if you are facing certain issues within the connectivity section, two options are available for solving it. So the first one is by providing the char set. If you got the UTF error, you can directly provide char set equal to UTF-8. But if you are getting a password error based on the MySQL section, if you got the password error there, authentication error if you got, definitely you need to provide another process there. From the command prompt, just uninstall the pip file mysql-connector and reinstall another file there. That's the file with the name pip install mysql-connector Python. That's the another module that you can use for the connectivity section. So like that you can provide the installation process if you got an error based on the authentication process and the password. And then we are setting the cursor object. Then we are creating the table staff. If that particular table is not existing, then only we are creating it with the field SNO as the primary key. And we are creating another table with the student detail, and here you can see staff number that's provided with the foreign key constraint, and we are referring the base table staff SNO. The staff is this table and this field that we are referring there. So we are setting the primary key foreign key relation. And after that particular creation process, we are providing the commit function for applying that particular changes within the database. We are providing commit. Then we are going to another user defined function, admin level. So within the admin level, we are entering the staff detail. That's why I provided the function name as admin level, and another function that I provided as student level. So that two functions that I provided for handling this particular thing. So here while of true, that's an endless loop that I provided. Then do you want to insert or display values based on the staff table or staff detail that they are asking, and if you enter yes, we are entering to the menu. So instead of this one, you can use tabulate section or pretty table, that also that you can use for printing the table properly. So that I provided within the student level, I provided the menu within the table format. So you can see that. And after that, we are providing, if the user provide 1, the insertion process that we provided within the menu section. So double equal to 1, if that's ended as 1, we are providing certain formatted techniques. So these string formatting techniques that we are going to use within the SQL queries, these formatting techniques that we are using within the SQL command. So here you can see this one is a string that I provided along with the placeholder moduluses. So this particular location that will be filled with the value x. I provided with the value, this particular declaration that you need to provide before this declaration. So we need to provide a declaration like this. So as the first step, we declare two variables x and y, and here this modulus s means this x value that will be filled with the modulus s location. That's a placeholder. And if you are passing two variable values within the string, this modulus s means this x location value that will be filled here, and this x location value that will be filled here. So like that we can use the formatted string. Another formatted string method is dot format function. So here also we are using the same variable x and y, the placeholders that we provided with the curly brace. And another formatted method is providing the prefix ef there and the placeholders that's provided with the variable name directly. So the easiest way for using the formatted string is this one. So we will just prefix ef and we will provide the string directly, and within the string itself we will pass the placeholders by using the curly brace, and within that we will provide the variables directly. So these are the different formatting techniques that's available within the Python and that we can use within our coding section. So here I am inserting the value to the table by using the placeholders, string formatting mechanism that I used here, and I passed that value as a tuple. So that value, staff number, name and department name, that we will taken to the values modulus s locations that will be inserted there. And after that I am providing the commit function, and another formatting techniques, I provide the prefix f and then I provide the string command like this, and here you can see the data that's taken like this. So I am taking it back to the previous state, and only that will be work properly. We need to provide that particular string as a single line, or otherwise you need to provide slash there. So here I provided within a single line, then we provide the commit. Then if the user enter 2, the search process that we are doing here. So we are ordering the data based on the department and we are fetching the data to the cursor object. Here I provide the cursor object as a. So this a variable that we are using for this, after the fetching process we are retrieving the data within a variable, and that variable that I am using here for printing the data within a table format. So here I provide pretty printing module for printing the data. So here pretty table, that's the module that I am using here, pretty table within off bracket. I am providing the column names, whatever I provided as the column names within the original MySQL table, within the staff table, that I provided here as the column names. So these are the columns that I needed. So that's the column names that we require to assign there. So that I provided here. So you can provide any name here based on the number of values that we are assigning there. So that's the column names, and then A contains a list of values. So that data that we are taking here and providing for the add row function. So my table, that's the object that we created based on pretty table module. So my table dot add row means to that table we are adding the data as one by one. We are iterating the cursor object. So this variable, from whenever we are using the fetch all function, we are retrieving the data as a tuple format. So that tuple format that we are retrieving here as one by one, and that we are adding to the my table pretty table object as one by one, and that we will display here. So that definitely they will provide a table format output there. That's one of the mechanism that you can use, or otherwise you can use tabulate function. Here I used pretty table, or otherwise you can use tabulate function. Either you can use this method, or otherwise you can use the single statement. So this one is easy actually. This one is the easy way. We need to use only single line of command for that. Tabulate of this fetch variable that we are passing here. Then headers, we will set the column names, and then table format equal to grid. So I set it the type of the table as grid type. So that will be displayed like that. And another formatting technique that we can use within our coding section is the manual formatting method. So here we are providing the select command, and we are ordering the data at the same time, and we are providing fetch one. So at this single process they are fetching only one record there, and if any data is there, then only we are entering to the next process. Data is not none. If any data is there, we are entering to the next process. We are unpacking the data to x, y and z variable, 3 columns that I provided there. So we are unpacking it, and then we are providing a formatted printing technique. So less than 10 means the 10 locations that they reserve for the first column, and from the left hand side they are printing. Less than sign means from the left hand side, this character will indicate the within the sender next 10 locations, and within that the sender location, within the sender location they will print the data, and this one means next 10 locations that will be reserved, and from the right hand side greater than sign means right hand side, from the right hand side they will indent it. So this one is left indented, this one is central, within the center they will print it, and this one means right hand side indented. So right aligned, left aligned and center, that's the meaning. Left aligned, center and right aligned. So like that we will pass the value to the formatting section. So definitely they will print the table within that locations, and we are fetching the next data, and we will continue the process to when we got none, means the entire data that will be fetched there. So otherwise we are, if any of the situations, if any error occurs, that will be handled here. They will print an error message there, but that will not be terminated. They will provide a continuous statement. So this process will not be terminated until we exit. So that's the process. Then that's an error handling mechanism. Try except, that's an error handling mechanism that I used there. Then elif of x double equal to 3. The third option is for deleting the data. So I provided the deletion process, fetch all, and I taken the data to the table after the deletion process. So after the first step I delete, and then I provide the select statement, then fetch all, that's the process that I provided there. So are you sure about deletion of data? That's the message that we will get, and if it's sure, we can print that particular data. So you can modify this particular coding like this. After checking the process, we will print it. So we will provide this particular coding within the commit section. After that only we need to print it. Are you sure you want to delete it, that we are asking, and if the user enters yes, then only we need to commit that particular process, and after that we are fetching the data from the table after the deletion process. So you can see the change within the table. So like that they will work out. Otherwise we are providing the rollback function, so that particular process that will be cancelled there. So that's a process that I used there. So we delete the data, and then we are asking whether you are sure about the deletion process or not, and if the user enter yes, we will provide the commit process, and then we will retrieve the data and fetch the data from the table, from the cursor, and then we are displaying the data within the table by using tabulate module. So that's one of the process based on the admin level, and within the user level the same formats that's used there. So while of true, that's an infinite loop, and within that we are counter checking whether we want to display or provide any of the operations there that we are asking here. If the user enter yes, we are providing a menu here as a nested list. So 1 for insert, 2 for search, 3 for delete, and 4 for update, like that we are providing a menu there. So here you can see the menu that's created like this, and then we are providing tabulate function for printing this menu. So this menu variable, that's the nested list, that we passed it to the tabulate function. So that's also possible. So that menu that will be printed within a table format. So I provided the column name as menu and the table format as grid. So like that they will print the menu within a table format. Then enter your choice. Then the user will insert the choice either 1, 2, 3 or 4. Based on that we will either insert the data, either the user will insert the data, or otherwise they will move to the next process. 2 means the next process that will be provided there. 2 means search. So within the search process I provide another menu. So 1 for search based on name, another 2 for counting number of students in each department, 3 for displaying data based on top 3 students. So like that we are creating a menu, and here we print that menu within a table format by using tabulate module, and then we are providing the choice. If the user enter 1, this select process that we will do there, we will provide the searching data within the nm variable, name that we enter within the nm variable, and we provide the display process, and after that we provide the SQL query select start from student detail where name equal to the value within the nm variable, and after execution we will fetch the data whatever we retrieved from the MySQL, and then we are printing it. So like that we are providing three searching mechanisms there, three searching mechanisms that we provided there. So you can see the coding section based on that. So we are providing different coding sections based on each process. So like this we will provide the coding for each section. So fetch all, and then we are setting to the tablet function, tablet module, and again another fetching process. So like that we can do it. So here I'm doing the change. So like this we will provide three options there, and try except that I used for handling the errors. If any error occur, we don't require to exit from the current loop. We can continue that particular process after counter checking what's happened there. So that's the process that I did here. So I properly handled the error. And then the third option is based on the student table. The third option is delete, and fourth option is update. So that particular process also that I did here by using the delete command. I passed the SQL query for deleting the data from the student table, and after that I am retrieving the data from the table. So this particular command also that we can provide like this. So we provide the selection process after confirming it. So we committed the delete process. So if you are sure about the deletion, we can provide the commit process. So after that we are fetching the data from the table. So like this we will display it through the tablet table, and here also I handle the except not existing. If that data whatever we provided for the deletion process, if that particular name or number, staff number, is not within the table, and if you try to execute delete from table name where the specific table field name is not there, definitely they will return an error message that you need to handle here. So here I provide try except and not existing, that's the message that we will get back. And then next option is option 4, the updation process that we provided there. Here also I provide except, try except section for handling the errors. If the user provide any number that's not existing for the updation process, definitely we need to handle it. So that also that I handled here by using the try except section, and I provided the updation process there. So after that we are breaking from the outer loop by using else break. So this break that controls the entire function. So like this function I provided a break within the first function also. Here also this one is the break that we used for terminating from the current infinite loop. So like this we will handle the coding section. So this one is a small project based on the coming project section for the term 2 exam. So just try to do it by yourself, and just try to use tablet or pretty table modules, and just try to use get pass function if you require it. So that's a simple coding section that we can use within our project. Thank you.